morning. Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 1st of June. Now I am here with my doggos. I've got Sophie over here. Sophie's chatting with her tail. Sophie's in her pajamas this morning. And I've got Sprocket here somewhere. Where is he? Where's his lovely head? There it is. There he is. He's tired. They're both tired. So I am here with the doggos. Hopefully they don't interrupt us too much with their lovely snoring. First, a little bit of admin, guys. Oh, first off, please subscribe if you haven't. We know that YouTube mucks around with my subscribers. Sometimes you have to check that you're still subscribed. That's becoming a bit of an issue here on my channel as my subscribers seem to be dropping by the day. And hit those like buttons as well, guys. That helps me a lot. And please feel free to comment. We chat to each other here. We've got a little community of people around the globe who pretty much are on the same page with their thinking. But what I want to do is just talk a little bit of admin first and a few of the things that are currently going on here in Oz. Because quite a lot's happening globally as well as here down under. First off, I just want to mention the Reserve Bank of Australia. Yes, they're the ones that control our interest rates. Well, they've been on and the head honcho has been discussing how the interest rates are going to keep going up. We knew that. We already knew that here on my channel. Of course they have to go up. Of course the economy isn't getting any better, so they have to keep putting interest rates up just to destroy people. And his theory was that he understands that everyone's battling, you know, as they live in their mansions and all this, these people that are telling all of us what to do. He said that what we need to do is we need more people to share dwellings. So you're going to have to all, which is already happening because a lot of young people are having to live with their parents longer and families are having to come together just like we said ages ago. So that was their solution, that more people need to share dwellings. Oh, cheers everyone. I just made a nice hot cup of tea. It's complete madness, this interest rate rising. And the other thing I just wanted to mention that I thought was pretty funny in Brisbane here, which is a city where I grew up actually. Some of you are from Queensland up there in the top of Australia. They're talking a lot about the burn-offs because we're currently sort of in winter, so they do a lot of burning off to prepare for bushfires and this kind of thing. And apparently Brisbane has like a blanket of smoke over it. And now they're actually saying, yes, never happened before though. It does affect asthma. We know that smoke can affect asthma, but now, yes, it's causing a heck of a lot of RSV virus. That's the virus, isn't it? In children. Respiratory issues. And then, of course, at the end of it, they explain that it's very important that you get your jab and your flu jabs and your COVID jabs and all your jabs to help with this RSV because the smoke from the burn-offs is causing a lot of problems. So you better go and get your jab was basically what they were telling people on the mainstream media. It certainly sounds bizarre to me, but anyway, that's what they're telling people here in Australia. And also this morning they made a big issue, and they were talking about it yesterday too, AI. We know this is becoming a big issue, all the hacking and people's information going everywhere, very frightening. Well, now they're saying in Australia that it's time that we regulate this. So now they're looking in at, oh yes, isn't that a surprise for all of us BS detectors here on this channel, that they're starting to look into regulating the AI. And you know why? They said because they need to stop disinformation. They need to stop the disinformation and misinformation from getting out. And we know what they class as disinformation and misinformation, pretty much the truth. So that means they're going to start with their AI, probably digital identity, I would say as well, to see who you are and what you're doing. And let's, well, as we know, control everything via a lot of platforms such as YT and Facebook, Instagram, many others. So that's what they're looking at in Australia here. They're about to regulate the AI for disinformation. Well, what a surprise, as if we didn't know that was going to happen. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, which I just want to show you, you know how we've been talking here for weeks about in my supermarket, and I know you guys are getting it in Canada, America, everywhere, how the supermarkets are changing to plant-based. Everything in the meat section is slowly transitioning to plant-based, which we knew that's where it was all headed. We know they're wanting to shut down farms. We know Bill Gates is buying up land, particularly in America and probably in Australia because he did pay a visit here recently. We know he's got input in everything, Bill Gates. But I thought I'd grab one and just show it to you because yesterday when I went into the meat section, I was just wandering past, and I always check out the meat section, which is now full of plant-based products. They're not in the vegan section. They're not in the gluten-free section. They're in the meat fridge. And now there's a new one that's arrived, and it's the schnitzel, the plant-based schnitzel. I had to show it to you guys. Look at that, Australia's plant-based meat. And there it is. Oh, and they sell it so well, don't they? Look at it. It's got all the ticks approval, good for you, good taste. Everything's good. Let's see how they describe it. Rustic country-style schnitzel in a crunchy golden crumb sprinkled with delicious herbs and cracked pepper. Mind you, it probably does taste pretty good because the picture looks pretty good. There's the meat on the side. Probably if you barbecue, it probably wouldn't be that bad. My only concern is the preservatives. As a person that suffers migraines or, you know, without my Botox in my jaw and everything, sometimes the preservatives can affect a lot of people. It can certainly affect children. My son had autism growing up. He's 20 now. He's terrific. He's high-functioning autism. But preservatives really greatly affected him, like in a major way. Like he would be off his dial if he had preservative 102, 122. A lot of you have probably experienced these things too. So I thought I'd just have a little look at some of the ingredients, guys, before we get started. Oh, let's see what's in it. Water, soy, protein, vegetable oil, wheat flour, thickeners, cornstarch, salt, flavors, glutamic acid, whatever that is, yeast extract, spices, dehydrated vegetables, sugar, spice extracts, herbs, contains soy, gluten, wheat, egg, milk, and crustacean. What crustacean be in there? That's weird. So basically that's what we're looking at. Contains antioxidant tocopherol, whatever that is. So basically, we don't know what's in anything. Maybe I actually cooked this, guys, as an experiment, and I'll give you the taste test and let you know how it was. But this is how they sell the packaging. See, people would be none the wiser. You think of an old person, they'd pick that up, think it's environmentally friendly, everything's really positive. You know, you got the big tick of approval here, the big V and everything. Like, it's pretty good packaging. Like, people would be attracted to that. Look at the beautiful picture. Good selling. So pretty much everything. I'm going to share some pictures to my Facebook page of the other packets that were around it as well. I took photos. You know that I do. So that's what's happening in the supermarkets here. The meat is slowly disappearing and it's all becoming plant-based. So I had to share. So let me know what's happening in your supermarkets, guys. I know you're pretty much going through the same thing. And I also brought some cards along today as well, some different ones. I bought my Queen of the Moon Oracle, my Wicker pack as well. So let's get started, guys. Dogs seem pretty tired, and we'll see what comes up. Oh, I'm just getting this general overall view of people and the public and the peasants, rather, I call us all. They're hurting in the pocket, in the hip pocket. They're showing me men trying to get their wallets out, but the wallets are like paper thin. You know, once upon a time, you'd have really thick wallets with lots of cash and everything in them. Well, now people's wallets are like paper thin. God, we know some people don't even carry wallets. They just do it all on their smartphone. They have their card on their phone, downloaded from their bank app or whatever, and they think they're really cool, don't they, doing all this zapping, not even aware that their whole credit scoring system's already being set up and they're being tracked and traced, and they're figuring out what they spend and where they spend it. And it's not even hard to do all this, is it, if you think about it digitally? But I'm getting this, people are pulling out their wallets, but their wallets are paper thin. Empty wallets. I'm getting empty wallets and purses. We know that's happening. This is globally. Everybody's getting empty wallets and purses. No surprises there, is there, guys? And everyone's down to the coins in the shrapnel and counting all the change just to buy a coffee. They're digging around in their purses, looking down in the corners of their bags and things for a coffee, looking in the console of the car for some change. This is basically the general picture for everybody globally. All right, let's keep going. I know that sounds very basic, but, you know, things are getting bad like that. Even to get a coffee, people are scrounging now. All right. And we ain't going to give up our coffees, are we, guys? We'd fight to the death to get our cappuccinos and flat whites and lattes or whatever you guys drink out there. All right, let's keep going. God, they're giving me that beat of the drum again, the bongos. And I'm sure it's that, we've said it before here, that, oh, what's her name? Cyndi Lauper song. You with the same, don't be unhappy when you realize. True Colours, we get it. Sometimes I don't know which song it is until I get to the chorus. Sorry, guys. The guides just give me the bongo introduction and I have to figure out which song it is. I'm getting that True Colours. And this is what our true colours are shining through. Our true colours are shining through because we're allowing them to. We're going with the flow. We're not fighting. We're not resisting anymore. And our true colours are shining through. We're not big heads. We never do anything from ego. We do everything we do because we just want people to wake up and we want people to see the truth and we want people to understand the truth. Actually, it was interesting today because you know how I tell you I meet those old guys and we have a coffee in the morning. They're so funny. They're like in their 70s and 80s, but we get on really well and we just laugh. And I've met them from actually getting coffee and I sit with them a little bit in the mornings now. And they keep getting frustrated because they keep getting all their jabs and flu jabs and they keep getting sick. And I said, well, I don't get jabbed. I just take vitamin C, D and zinc. And you could see like they were frustrated by the fact they keep getting the flu. Because they had their jabs a few weeks ago and then they get the flu. And there seems to be a pattern, but they're starting to notice it as well. Like they're questioning these things, which is good. And they're older people. So this is good. And I always just say, oh, well, I just take my vitamin D and, you know, I just sit there. I don't judge anyone. If they want to get the jab, that's up to them. I mean, we just worry about people's health, don't we? And where it's all headed. But anyway, I understand. And I know most of you do understand why, older people want to take it because they get fearful of getting sick and all this kind of thing. That's because mainstream media tells them that. We know it's not the truth. So I'm getting our true colours, where our true colours are shining through. That's just the song I'm getting. This is for us, guys. Just keep being ourselves. Just keep staying in our truth and hold on. Hello. Oh, I'm trying to get some attention in the background there. Oh, he's funny, isn't he? He's a funny old boy. You're a funny old boy. And Sophie's a funny old girl, isn't she? That's my dog goes. There goes the tail. All right, let's keep going. God, I'm getting this song from Sprocket. You know he's got a star in the show. You know that he does. He likes a little bit of attention. I've got to hold his hand. I'm getting this song from Top Gun. You never close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips, your tenderness. What's that song when he was singing to? Was it Kelly McGillis or whatever her name was? I'm just getting that song. Hang on a minute. Let me see. We're getting the Maverick energy again. The Maverick Rebel Freedom Braveheart Freedom Fighter Bikers are getting that song again. Hang on a minute. Hold the fort. I'm trying hard not to show it. Baby, you know it. You got that love. And see, they're showing all of us. Oh, Sprocky's got that loving feeling. Look, he's got to hold my hand all the time. You know that he does. And Sophie's got to talk with a tail. I'm getting that song, You've Got That Loving Feeling. So this song is for us. It means we've got that loving feeling. We know what the love frequency is. Oh, Sprocket, high maintenance, my dogs. Oh, just because he knows there's a bone. I've got a bone. I just didn't say it because I didn't want him to know, but I think he's worked it out because he's so spoiled. But we've got that loving feeling. We know what the love vibration frequency feels like. It's freedom. It's a feeling of freedom. It's a feeling of knowing. It's a feeling of certainty. Even though we have uncertain times, it's still a feeling of being able to, well, hopefully when our knees and all our ailments improve, guys, we can move forward. But we know we've got that loving feeling. That's the song, and that's what I'm getting, which means it's a frequency, a vibration that uplifts our sprockets down, that uplifts our soul, and we like it. It's like that euphoric love. I'm probably not quite like that, but you know, when you fall in love and you're in that little honeymoon phase where everything's really magical. Well, that's kind of what we've learned to live from. We try to find joy in the most simple experiences, don't we, guys? And we just look for it at every turn. We don't let ourselves get taken down into that darkness and the places that, as we know, government is trying to lead us off down a different path. We take our own path. Okay, let's keep going. You know what it's saying to me? I don't know if this makes sense to anyone. I'm not a big religious person. We're more spiritual. Most of you here, some of you might be religious. I know some of you are, but we're more spiritual. And spirituality to me is just something internal. But I'm getting this moving of the resurrection stone. And I think that was about Jesus, wasn't it? When they put the big stone in front of the tomb or whatever, and then he managed to roll it somehow and just return. I'm pretty sure that's the story. I'm not real good. I'm not sure if that's exactly right, but I'm getting this resurrection stone. Hang on, let me see if I get something more around this. What they're saying is we're able to move things. We have an inner strength that we're able to move things out of our way. And it's an energy. It's a vibration. It's that frequency again. We can use our energy to move things out of our way that don't aid us, that don't support us, that don't help us. We move those things out of our way. And it's by using our mind and our thoughts that we can remove these things from our life. It could be anything. It could be a bad job. It could be people. We know that's had to happen in the last few years. Just anything. It doesn't matter what it is, but we have this way of moving things. It's that like the rolling of the big stone out of our way so that we can escape pretty much the nonsense, BS and garbage that's being fed to everybody now. And it's just non-stop. It is non-stop, isn't it? That's the other thing I wanted to tell you guys. Huge. I nearly forgot. They're starting the 15-minute cities here in Australia. New South Wales, Coffs Harbour is the place they're starting these cities. Now, when I used to travel years ago from where I live up to Queensland to visit my mum and my family on the Gold Coast in Brisbane, we would drive straight along the east coast of Australia. And we always pass through this town called Coffs Harbour, which is where they're actually starting these 15-minute city trials. And all the years we've been going through there, the last time we went through, we noticed the number of immigrants. And like, I have no issue with immigrants, but there was a huge change in the population there. There was a lot of like Africans, Sudanese, you really noticed it because normally it was just a coastal sort of town that was full of Aussies pretty much, but you really noticed it because we used to go through there all the time. And there was a huge migration of a variety of people when we last went through, which was probably a couple of years ago. But now, all of a sudden, trialing a 15-minute city. So there seems to be some sort of link there. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I have shared it to my Facebook page, guys. So go and check that out. Chrissy Fitzgerald, Psychic Life Coach Facebook page, my public one. So they're actually trialing it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. So I'll let you guys know what's going on. Never boring down in Oz. Where, we all get a turn, don't we? All right, let's see if there's something else today. God, I'm getting all these global elites. Well, the leaders too. Leaders, elites, puppets, whatever they are. Muppets, we call some of them, like Hippo. They're really counting their cash. It's that they're showing me that Tom Cruise me that, show me the money, show me the money, show me the money. We know Dictator Dan would be doing this, but I'm getting that a lot of this implementation of everything is about money. We know it is. It's about money and power and wealth and gain and control. But there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money involved in everything. And I think we all know that. So I'm getting that all the leaders are like, show me the money. If I implement this, show me the money, show me the money. How's greed? Unbelievable. So I am getting that. Was that out of Jerry Maguire, the movie? It's such a classic little saying, isn't it? Show me the money. Wasn't he out with some basketball team or something? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, it was some sporting thing. So that's how these elites are feeling. Just show us the money. And we've known on this channel forever, the only people making money out of all the jab wheel is pretty much, well, doctors are. Big Pharma, they're certainly making money. And perhaps the leaders who have implemented all the great jab rollouts. So I'm still getting that, show me the money, show me the money. So this is still all about money and greed. So frustrating, isn't it? All right, let's keep going. Nothing new there. God, I'm getting a lot around aliens again. I said there would be more alien encounters, and there is becoming more and more. They're really working at desensitizing us to the alien. Oh, it's not invasion, but the alien introduction. They're building and building and building a platform to introduce them now. See, they're doing this so there's not mass panic. They don't want mass panic, but they want to normalize the alien ships, the alien beings. They're trying to normalize it. Maybe they are amongst us. We wouldn't know, seriously. Hang on, let me see what else I get around this. But they are trying to normalize it so people aren't fearful of it moving forward. Hang on. And I think we are hearing about a lot more of that. A lot of these, what do you call them? Flight, like Mavericks and that. Like the flight people, the pilots and that are coming forward with their stories now. They don't have to hide away anymore. Do they? All right, hang on a minute. God, I'm still getting light. I'm getting light beings, life beings around Egypt. Again, we're getting that Egypt energy. Remember, I got the pyramid energy probably a month or more ago. I just keep getting this real connection to Egypt, to Cairo. Very well hidden. People aren't even aware of it. We sort of get that vision of portals, but I do feel there's some sort of connection to otherworldly things in Egypt. I still get it. It's a connecting place that may have had a lot of contact. That's just what I'm getting. Ooh, anyone been to Egypt? Did you get that vibe if you've been there? I've never been to Egypt. I find it so fascinating though. Hang on, let's see if there's one more thing to close with, and then we'll pull some cards, guys. I'm getting tornadoes, I'm getting cyclones. Could be cyclones up the top end of Queensland. I'm getting tornado energy. This could also just be things spinning out of control. Climate spinning out of control. We know that a lot of climate is man-made, manipulated kind of climate these days. And sometimes they can push the barriers a bit too far. And they might have a few mistakes that might get made. And they'll have to pull the reins in a little bit on this manipulation. Definitely seeing Florida. I think Florida, you had some big floods recently. But I am getting Florida. We know they're trying to shut dissenters up and not make Florida so appealing to people, because everybody seems to be wanting to flood to Florida, literally, because it's got so much freedom, or had so much freedom. But I am getting that the weather manipulation might go wrong. I am getting Florida. Hang on a minute. I am getting Kansas, but I don't know if that's like Kansas City. I don't know if that's the relation to the Wizard of Oz. That was on TV here the other night. It's such a funny movie, isn't it? Or if it's actually literally in that kind of zone where it does get hit a fair bit. Hang on a minute. Where's Alabama? I'm getting Alabama. Is Alabama? Where's Alabama? I'm getting Alabama. Very strong winds I'm getting for Alabama. Strong winds to the point that can do damage. So batten down the hatches if anyone's living there. Prepare for huge wind gusts. That's just what they're giving me. All right, let's see if there's one more thing and then we'll do some cards. Spocket. Licking his feet. Sophie. Oh, and there's a new sworn-in minister here in Western Australia too. I was talking about McGowan that resigned after visiting China the other day. Another dictator like Dictator Dan, Dictator McGowan, shut all his borders during CV and no one could travel in or out. It was all really over the top extreme. Well, I think there's a new guy called Cook, someone Cook. I'll have to look it up. But we were trying to think whether to call him Captain Cook or Captain Hook. So we'll have to come up with a name for him too, guys. Oh, I'm sure it's another, oh God. We know it'll be another WEF puppet for sure. All right. Let's see what else we get, if there's one more thing to close with today. God, now they're showing me elbow. Oh God, we've had so much elbow lately. You know, I hate reading Australia because it's never great, is it? I'm getting elbow playing hide and seek. He's playing hide and seek now. He's popping his head out and he's hiding. He's hiding. You know what? I know why he's hiding, because it's showing me all this Indigenous voice thing. Last night we had our big State of Origin game here. Is between the states, New South Wales and Queensland. And it's this huge football game, guys. And they had the Aboriginal elder come on. And I have no problem with that. They talk about the elders past and present and on the land and all this. But he was pushing the voice. He was on there saying, we all need to get behind this, don't we? And he was trying to get the whole crowd to cheer. Like, it was just so frustrating because they're not telling anyone what it's really about. They're just making out it's about racism, and it is not about that at all. We know that here. We know there is more going on in the background with the Constitution and all this sort of stuff. So I am getting this around, where was it? Elbow playing hide and seek. He's hiding now, and he's trying to get the Indigenous Aboriginal leaders and things to tell the story. He wants people to know about the ancestry kind of stuff. He wants people to understand the serpent energy and the dream time and make it all mythical and spiritual, and he wants it to sound incredible. So I feel like Elbow's going to hide. It's like showing him, like, here's a curtain, sorry. It's showing him like peering out behind the curtain, but not really being involved in it all, just looking and saying, oh, well, maybe if I get these Aboriginal people to do it, that'll help bring on the voice, and more people will think, oh yeah, we don't want to be racist, because he's trying to make out anyone who says no, votes no, is a racist, which is not correct. So he's going to sort of leave a lot of that now in the hands of the Aboriginal elders and Indigenous elders to help bring in the voice in Australia. So he's playing a little bit of hide and seek, like he can't be found. We know why he can't be found, because he doesn't want to have to answer any questions and tell everyone what the voice is really about. It's very mysterious, lots of questions around the voice, but Elbow's not answering any of them, which is very interesting, isn't it? Still playing it all down that it's wonderful. He had some word. What did he call everybody? Chickens or something if they vote no. Or I can't remember. I'll let you know if I think of it. Anyway, that's Elbow at the moment. Hide and seek from the voice. He's hiding. and letting other people take the reins on the voice now. Okay, I think we should do some cards, guys, now. I think it's card time. We might start with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Hey, I'll pull 3 of these Queen of the Moon Oracles. These are cute. This is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. They're lovely cards, aren't they? It's like, well, you're holding the power in your hands. Maybe that's what we need, guys. Let's see what these cards bring. Maybe some messages for us. What do you think? Oh, hang on, I dropped one. You know I've got to get it if it's a single card and it drops, don't you? Protection, waning crescent. They're interesting cards, aren't they? Protection. And again, we've got the flying bird energy and the moon and the stars. And we're curled up like a little bird in the bird's nest being protected. You know how adults really protect their young, don't they? Well, that's us. And I think, to be honest, protection, I think that's the guides guiding us a lot too. We do get divinely guided. I often talk about that here on this channel, how the guides often say that they're looking out for us and they're guiding us. And you know, even with my knee and all your ailments, guys, your backs, your legs, your feet, your everything, sometimes I think, is it here to slow us down? Is there a reason we're meant to be a little bit housebound again and not going too far, not moving too far, which most of us don't anyway, but we're even slower now with our little ailments, something a lot of you, not all of you, but a lot of us are. Maybe there's a reason. Oh, new moon beginnings. See, maybe we are beginning to move into that new ascension, into that new level. New moon. See, it's the moon, it's the new energy, the new portal. Look at the beautiful meadow beyond there and all the greenery. Like, that's so us. That is where we would want to move into, somewhere peaceful, somewhere green, relaxing. For example, gardens out in nature, and new beginnings. I think that's what it is. We're moving forward now. We're going into the new, I would say it's the shift is going on and we're all moving, probably not just us. Like I said, there'll be a lag period for a lot of people who are just waking up, mind you, which is a lot of them, but they are seeing things. With the cost of living is just one aspect, but then you got all the renewables, the car. Oh, I saw something the other day, guys. What was it about? Oh, that's what I saw. I'll share it to my Facebook page if I can, guys. I think it started in the UK or somewhere, or America, and they let people's tyres down now. That's the latest. They're called tyre, what are they? Tyre something or other. And they go around and they let people's tyres down who've got big four-wheel drives and that, about climate again and ruining the environment. And if they think you've got a big four-wheel drive, this has been happening. Of course, guess where it's been happening? Melbourne, Victoria. Yes, the most locked-down city in the world other than China, where everything seems to roll out first with Dictator Dan. This card flip, by the way. They're now called these like tyre warriors or something like that. And they go around and let people's tyres down. So they let them down till they're nearly flat. People don't realise. And then ruins all their tyres and the rims of their cars. And so that's the latest. They're letting down anyone who's got a big four-wheel drives are being SUVs, four-wheel drives like Rams and that are being attacked. Complete madness. So that's what's happening. That started in Australia, in Melbourne. Of course it happened in Melbourne because they'll be wanting you to get your electric cars, won't they? Resistance. It's an interesting card. It's like we hold everything in our hand. And if we just let go, what's it say? Waning crescent 2, resistance. So we've got the bird energy flying around. I actually quite like the card. I guess what it's saying is like we hold our freedom and our gifts and things and our flow of energy in our hands. And all you have to do is release it, really. Resistance is that tightness. We always talk about it. It's that tightness. And once you open up, you start to flow more. So that's what I'm getting. There's movement. And this could be with everybody, not just us as well. This could be the people waking up. They're starting to release their resistance. Because it's very uncomfortable. When you're contracted, it's uncomfortable, isn't it? It's like you get forced to let go of your resistance. Actually, my daughter did some science experiments yesterday as part of her homeschooling. Our homeschooling's going really well, guys, too, just to let you know. I'm just going to show it to you. She did this science experiment, and it's about magnets. And it shows the resistance. See, these are two magnets and they push. And that's what I'm always trying to explain to you guys, that resistance. They repel. Like it's that magnetic resistance. Isn't it a cute little experiment? But if you put it the other way, see, they go together. So it's a very interesting, oh, they're hard to pull apart. So that's that resistance, isn't it? Like the repelling, repelling energy. You keep things away when you resist. It's interesting. And she also did this little magnet guy. How cute's that? Reminds me of us and how we've built our strength. And you know what she got from this experiment? This is the magnet here. And these are just normal little, what do you call them? Nuts, bolts. No, they're the nut, aren't they? And what she learnt was, as soon as you attach one nut, the next one becomes magnetic. So each magnet becomes magnetic. So it becomes one giant magnet. And that just reminds me of us and our strength, doesn't it? It's so cute, isn't it? So it's like this little muscle man of strength that he's built, you know, as she built it up, it all became magnetic. Oh, oops. Oh, she'll probably kill me for that. I better not touch it anymore. Anyway, she'll forgive me because I was trying to show you guys. But you can see, like, if you take one little magnet off, for example, it becomes magnetic, even though it wasn't magnetic before because it all joins and passes through. So it reminded me of us. Oh my God, has me destroying it, something I'd do, wouldn't it? So that's what I'm sort of explaining to you, is like how you build your own inner strength and you become stronger as you go through your awakening process. Now I'm going to pull 3 Wicked Oracle cards as well. These are great cards. Let's see what we get, guys. These are cute. These are the ones that are just pictures. They don't have many words on them, so we can just see what we get. Oh, one dropped. Got to get it. All right, what have we got? I'm getting 3 older ladies there with grey hair, but they've got great skills. You think of a spinning wheel. If you're doing spinning, you're usually like spinning yarn, and then you're going to make a jumper or something out. So they're being very productive, and they're working together. See, people working together, that's us. We work together, don't we? We help keep each other propped up. We help to keep ourselves moving forward. So the wheel to me represents movement. And if you think of the older women, I just think of wisdom and knowledge as well. We've been through a lot. I think all of us here could say that. We've all been through a lot. So we do help prop each other up, and we work together. It's like them working together to get the yarn spinning in order to make clothing or jumpers. You work together as a team, and that's what we do. You know, I know I'm the person who has the channel, but I really believe that we have come together as a little community. We've all been meant to find each other here, and we do support each other when we go through difficult times, or, you know, we get a bit frustrated. We can air it here to each other. We seem to understand what each other's going through. Sorry, God. You know me and my shuffling. It's so good, isn't it? So let's see if we can get anything else out of this. Whoa, one popped out. Oh, interesting. Dancing around the fire. Look at that. That's a pretty joyous card. You think about it. We've got sunflowers. We've got the hot fire. We've got happiness, joy. That's just what I'm getting. Things are really lit up. Things are on fire. I bet things are on fire in France. I think one of you was giving us a little bit of info on that, and I think things are still going in France about the surrounding Black Rock. I'm sure that's probably going to be burnt to the ground one day. Don't doubt it. So the sunflower energy is also like, you think of a sunflower in the garden, it reaches for the light, doesn't it? It always grows and points itself towards the sunlight. So that's a beautiful card. Everything's fired up. The fire has been lit, and look how large it is. So I'm guessing we're in the turn of the year. We keep saying that, guys, about the big shift, the Great Awakening. It is happening. It's just very slow. Oh, here we go. This is an interesting card. It's like the fruits of our labour. And that's the autumn card, which means change. When I think of autumn and the leaves dropping off, that to me is always change. I I know the significance of pumpkins is very big, like in America and different places, the jack-o'-lantern. I'm not sure of the jack-o'-lantern meaning. We don't do Halloween. We do in Australia now because it's become very commercial, but we don't know the meanings of these things. So if anyone lives in America, let us know what the jack-o'-lantern signifies. But I'm guessing change because of the autumn leaves about to fall off the tree. Things are changing. This is good, guys. And with the wagon, I'm seeing movement. So things are being carted off. It's like, but there's plentiful, you know. You think about a lot of us, how we grow our own veggies and everything. There's plentiful. There's abundance. Look how full the wagon is. You know, that's what reminds me of us growing all our veggies and things. So I see that as a pretty positive card, actually, but it just means change. Let us know if anyone knows what the jack-o'-lantern means, because we don't know here in Oz. We just see it as a fun thing. Okay, I'm going to just pull one angel card, and then we'll see if there's anything to close with. These are my little angel cards. These are cute. So this is our outcome card, guys. Let's see what we get for today. 1st of June. Oh, my goodness, it's crazy, isn't it? There's my doggo, Spocky. My doggo's awake. They're bone. You know what they're like? They're very spoilt, my doggos, as you all know. Okay, one's got to jump out in a minute. Let's get one. These are very little cards. They're very tiny. We need some energy, guys. Come on, put your energy vibes on them. Awesome. Let's see. I know one's going to pop out. Oh, got it. Oh, creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is sea of creative potential, just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart desires. God, we talk about it all the time, don't we? Finding our creativity and our passions. And that's what's so important to moving us forward, guys, is our creativities and passions. Takes you out of the darkness every single time. And learning to live in the now, of course. We talk about that constantly. Let me just see if there's one more thing to close with today, guys. I'm getting that Red Hot Chili Peppers song again. Under the Bridge, is it? I think I can't be in and I'm all alone. Don't you want to get some time until I have my way? Sorry about the singing, guys. Very ordinary. But if I don't sing the tune, you guys won't get it. So I'm getting that Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge. I love that song. It's a really beautiful song. We need to go and listen to that today. There's some sort of meaning in there. Let me see if there's anything else. I'm getting that song from Sound of Music again. I'm getting that Climb Every Mountain. You know, the guides always like us climbing the mountains. But I'm getting that climb every mountain, through the sea, follow every rainbow till you find your dreams. Is that the song? Well, I'm getting that today. This is for us to keep going, keep going, keep going. There's sort of what they're saying is there's no hurdles we can't overcome by that song, because you know the guides always trust in us, guys, and try and put us up on these higher vantage points to see everything from a very good viewpoint. Let me see if there's one more thing to close with today. Oh, hang on. God, they're trying to give me this song. I just can't get to what the song is. Hang on a minute. God, they're giving me everything. I'm getting I'm the Real Thing. I'm getting Sky High. Oh, they're giving me that Bette Midler song. Fly so high. Everything's about flying. Every song I'm getting is kind of about being real, flying. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can get just one thing to close with today. Got to remember they just bombard me with songs. Hang on a minute. You know, the jukebox, how full it is. Oh my God. Sometimes they just overwhelm me, guys. Just let me have some tea. Oh, sorry, dropping everything. At least the phone hasn't jumped off today. All right, hang on. Oh, I'm getting that song. Sweet Home Alabama. Get it forgot to you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sweet Home Alabama. What is going on in Alabama? I got Alabama early in this video, didn't I? Anyway, I'm getting that song and that's what I'm going to finish with today. Sweet Home Alabama. Don't know who sings it. And I'm coming home to you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We need to go listen to the words of that song today. And that's what I'm going to leave you with. I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Bye from Sprocket. Spocky, come on, go get your bone. Come on. And bye from Sophie. There. I'll give you a look. There's Sophie. Not much happening there, is there? And where's Sprocket? Oh, there he is. You know he always comes to say goodbye. Don't you, darling? Oh, God, he's a circus, isn't he? All right, I'll say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Don't forget, like buttons. Please comment. And subscribe if you haven't. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.